The temple was briefly desecrated and taken over for a short period of time, and the Maccabees, in their true fighting spirit, took over the day and ultimately saved the religion and made sure that religion lived on. The important miracles of Chanukah is something that we continue to celebrate and remember, particularly as members of the Jewish community, for over 2,000 years. And the menorah, which is sitting here today, which we will light shortly, is one of those important symbols. In fact, it is a symbol of Jerusalem, that sits proudly of Jerusalem, so we remember it every single day. And it is that importance historically of the connection between what happened thousands of years ago with the Jewish community staking their claim and their history of Jerusalem and what we have today. And the miracle of Chanukah is something that's quite interesting, because when the Jews took back the temple and needed to find that oil to light the menorah, we only had enough oil that was going to last for one day. And the miracle was that it lasted for 8 days. Now, I was talking to one of the rabbis and having a bit of a discussion about a modern day comparison. And he said to me, you know what, it's a bit like having your mobile phone on 2%. And, you need that to last for 8 days, and guess what it does? Well, it's probably not quite the same as this, but the fact that we keep these traditions alive is just so important to our community. I wanted to also just say that at the end of the speeches, and we're going to have shortly the leader of the Premier to speak and then the leader of the opposition, at the end of the formalities, we will have the opportunity to partake in some Jewish traditional food, the likes of donuts and latkes and all these fine foods. Now, the connection to this is the oil that we burn that lasts 8 days. That's reflected in the fact that we can eat fatty foods for 8 days as well. And apparently you don't put on any weight. So if you want to really get into the Jewish tradition, I suggest you partake in that afterwards and enjoy the great food that we have on offer. It is with great pleasure now that I would like to call on the Premier of Victoria, Daniel Andrews, to address the community here today.